We live. I ain't never went live on the iPad. See how this go. See how this gonna go, y'all. I'm talking about. I wanted to come up here real quick on this morning. Let me share this joint out. 1 second. Shout out to everybody that's gonna be watching on the replay. You already know who it is. You already know what it is, man. Checking in, checking in, checking in. We're finna talk about it. Talk about it. I would say that this ain't gonna be a long live feed, but normally when I say that, this should have turned into a 5 hour live feed. So I ain't even gonna say it. I'm gonna just get in and get out. I'm gonna just get in and get out. We got 20 people in here. 22. Share this joint out right quick. Get some people get in here. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, see me, everything all good. Let me know if y'all can hear and see me. We're gonna get into some questions. I got an email from a dude and he asked me like a bunch of questions about VL Trucking's lease purchase program. So I figured I'd come up here and make a live feed off of, make a video off of it. That way, I can't see the comments up here. Oh, chat. I can't see them up on the joint. I don't know why that is. Glad I got my phone. Let's see. Fly Trucking, I see you. The Major, I see you. Dre. Nah, Dre ain't even that type of time. Let's see. Kelsey, I see you. Solid Grass, Victor. And Swift Transportation once you back. Yeah, I bet they do. Bone Crusher. Trey Hunter. What's up, everybody? I don't know why I can't see my comments on this iPad. All the money I done paid for this iPad and I can't see nothing. That's crazy. But anyways, so I got an email from a gentleman, and he pretty much wanted to know like the full breakdown of VL Trucking's lease. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, let me say this. It really ain't no cheat code to this lease. You know what I mean? Like, it's either you know what you're doing or you don't. Or you have some understanding of what you're trying to do. So there is no like secret formula or none of that. You know what I'm saying? And I just want that to be clear. Like, people making money at VL Trucking because we grinding for that shit. You know what I mean? It's not always the highest rate per mile. Sometimes we put a lot of miles on the truck, but I mean, that's what lease is, to my understanding. You know what I mean? You don't mind beating up on a lease truck, especially if you don't plan on purchasing it. So you're going to do what you got to do to make the bread. That's that level in trucking. You know what I mean? I always talk about how it's levels in trucking. So on this level, we don't mind beating up on a truck that we don't plan on owning. You feel what I'm saying? We just using it as a tool to go to the next level. You feel me? So, oh shit. Just comments. What up, Ray David? So, dude sent me an email. He asked me some questions. He was like, "What up, bro? My name is anonymous. Everybody calls me anonymous." A few questions about VL. I'm from the Suffolk Harborview area, close to the Monitor Merrimack Tunnel. I currently drive regional with a mega carrier. I have about 14 months of experience. Clean NVR, no DOT violations, hazmat tanker, and twit car. First question he asked was, do lease operators run the areas they want, or is it all 48? Not a big fan of winter driving in the Midwest and Northeast. I tell you, too, like this: we drive wherever we want, we drive however we want, but at the same time, you have to understand that you're at the mercy of your dispatcher. That is a fact. Um, you know, to some people that sounds like the worst thing in the world, but if you establish a good relationship, business relationship that is, because you don't want to mix business and pleasure. Take it from somebody who know. Um, but as long as you establish a good business relationship with a dispatcher, they gonna know you, they gonna learn you, and they know how to run you. Um, I think that was pivotal for me going to the first 30 days as a company driver because I wanted to get established with a dispatcher and let them learn me and me learn them as well as me learning the company. So um, once you come here and you run a week, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks and get established with a dispatcher, they're pretty much going to learn how you want to run anyways. But no, you can run wherever you want, however you want as a lease operator. Um, but you'll be at the mercy again of your dispatcher as well as the market. Right now everything is up, everything is paying, but that ain't gonna last. So it might get to a point where the lanes you want to run, maybe it ain't no great freight there. I mean, it just depends, man. You got to be ready for anything in this market. You feel me? Um, but so that's why I feel like I got to that. You can run however you want to run. Just understand what all comes with running how you want to run. So let me check back in the comments. Let's see. Can I please talk shit without getting blocked? But I really want to say something to you, man to man. Hey Jay, I made it to VL. Got my truck, about to meet the staff. Salute to you, Will. Still salute. You all follow. We all can see that. Why you don't have a hard time being yourself. Your life will never go the way you want it as long as you follow everyone else. Well, you know what's so funny? Trucking guide. Part of what I've gone through recently is me not following anyone and going on my own, doing my own thing. And honestly, I feel like I've done more in the last 3 months by just kind of following my own um, path versus defaulting to someone else's. So I'm kind of already in that transition of doing my own thing versus following behind. So, I like it. I like this J. I like this J. Let's see. What up, Corey? Yo, Jay, what's up? I see you, trucker bearers, on my way to VL tomorrow. Where's the money? Drive van or reefer? I mean, this time of the year, they're saying that reefer because all the hazmat loads um, are gonna need to be kept warm. But I've talked to people on both sides, um, and they say that drive van hazmat don't really slow down like that, like super crazy, in the wintertime. So to my understanding, reefer makes more, but it's not so much more to where dry van seems like it's the worst thing in the world because you have that hazmat. So that's just a matter of preference and what lanes are better around where you live. Let's see. Luke Slater, what up? JF almost at 40K this year. Swift salute. You got dreadlocks because of King D. Ross and Trucker Brown. No, actually, I got dreads because of, not dreads, locks because of my wife. If you really must know. Um, what up, Wayne? I see you. Lease is not the way to you. Lease is not the way to you. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. We got to get out of this mindset of pushing our opinions and our ideals onto people, man. Like, let people do what they gonna do, man. You don't know. You can't. You just. I understand that there are certain things that are just solidified and written in stone. You know what I mean? Like, you need air to breathe. You know, if you shoot somebody in the head, they're probably gonna die. Like shit like that. But when everything else, like business and just the way you move, it's all about what fits that person best. You know, there is no this is the right way. There is no, 10 commandments of trucking. Is there a way that works with a higher probability of success than others? 100%. H2 Logistics talks about it, low cost operation and all that. But if everybody did that, then there would be no lease program. There wouldn't be a lot of shit that's offered in trucking. So some people got to do what they got to do. You know what I mean? Why they can so until they can do what they want to do. You know, that's just my opinion on that, man. I'm not gonna get too much into that back and forth. Let's see. What you talking about today? I got an email with a bunch of questions about VL, so I'm gonna do my best to address all those while still interacting with the comment section. Got a truck at Cisco with your name on it. Let's get it. Nah, I'm cool. You keep that for somebody else. The CRS team that came up with Cancun. You got my message on the last video you released. Nah, you send me a message. Send me a message. You blow off your health for money. That is stupid. If that's what you think, I mean, I'm not here to change your opinion. Cancer. Yeah, I'm talking about this cancer. Yo, bro, don't let the people in the comments get to you. Just block their ass. Fuck them. Okay, shout out from Mobile, Alabama. I see you. I got an interview with Trans Am. Okay, salute, bro. Salute. Keep doing your thing. You look like you making all kinds of money. Shit, I need a piece. No, I'm doing okay. When was the last time you worked out? I don't know. When last time you worked out? Congrats, Jay. Keep doing your thing. All right. So next question he asked was, "What's the orientation process at VL Trucking?" Orientation process for me. I came during the pandemic. So what ended up happening was I did my orientation and I did my urinalysis at home. The orientation was done like they sent me like a link to a YouTube website, and I watched the video on logs and hazmat safety and shit, as well as we had a conference call. I believe the orientation is done a little differently now, since things are opening and back up slowly. So I can't tell you about what the in-person experience is like. I didn't do that. I did it all over the phone and at home. So that was that question. So let's see. Hair or urine test? It is a urine test. Urinalysis. Automatic or manual trucks. It's from my understanding, unless you bring your own truck, they're all automatic trucks here. Both company and lease op trucks are all automatics. Only guys here with manuals are guys who lease their trucks or have bought their trucks out cash or whatever the case may be, and they bring their own truck with their own. You know what I mean? So truck payment. The truck payment is 48 months. It's a 48-month lease. It's lease purchase. And that's the other thing, I guess. I be thinking lease purchase and lease is the same thing. Obviously, some people feel that they're different when they're really the same thing. But whatever. For the sake of this video, we will separate them, so that we don't confuse anyone or misguide anyone. So it is a 48-month lease purchase, for $4.99 a week. $4.99 a week. Listen to my $4.99 a week. Um, yeah, could be cheaper, but definitely not as expensive as some leases. What's funny is there are actually leases out here that charge you more but pay you less, and people have found ways to be successful with those leases. So I'm very confident in what I can do with this lease just based off of that alone. You know what I mean? I mean, there's people out here paying almost $1,000 more on a monthly basis for their lease, and they're on cents per mile, and they're probably making $1,000 less than what I can make. You know what I mean? So if they can make it work, I can make it work. That's a fact. How much to get started? That is the trick question, and I'll go back to the comments after this. I would highly recommend, because there's zero money down for the lease. You don't have to put any money down. However, you have to understand, you don't know what type of condition. Let me look through the blinds. You don't know what type of condition um, the truck is going to be in. You don't know if it's going to have a warranty. You don't know what's going to happen. So you have to be prepared for mechanical breakdowns, and because it's just going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's when. So some people would say to have 10,000, 15. You know, I think you can get away with 5. I do. I think you can get away with 5. In my opinion, if you're willing to risk it. Now, if you're willing to stack your bread, stack your bread. But I got away with having 5, and I'm doing pretty okay so far, and continuously building on that. So um, that startup cost is just depending on how much are you willing to risk. You know what I mean? How well are you trying to sleep at night? You know what I mean? To actually start the lease, you don't need any money up front. You know, but you have to understand that this lease is this lease, to me, from all the leases I've seen, this lease is treating you more like a real owner op than any other lease I've seen. You know what I mean? As far as the responsibilities, as far as the freedom, as far as dispatch and what you're getting paid and things of that nature. Um, but like I say, it's you got to be ready for what you're signing up for. Again, when people hear lease purchase or lease, they just think money, money, money. But you don't got it. They don't think of money that you may have to spend. You know what I mean? Like who knows? You might go your first week and a drive tire pop. You know what I mean? That's a couple $100. Or you might have a leak somewhere, seal or whatever. You know what I mean? So you just don't want to be out here stressing and worried about every breakdown, because that's just not a productive way to be out here, man. It just fucks with your mind. You can't really focus on other things. You can't grow. You can't think about growing your business because you're just so worried about keeping it afloat. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, bring me a bottle of water. Since you all in the window, shit. Let me look at these comments. Let's see. Dang, y'all been commenting like crazy. Be safe, don't worry about them. Leasing. I'm a company driver getting 770. I wish I was making at least 1,000 a week. Why do you do YouTube, bro? I don't know. I like the shit. Silly question, but do truckers apply to jobs with resumes like us normal folk? You got a resume? Had one once upon a time. But nowadays, nah. You know what I'm saying? You just put in the application. You know what I mean? Some of these a lot of these companies, and I would know, use the same software for when you apply, so it automatically. Here you go. Thank you, sir. Bye. Here, take the top off. Okay. Come on, man. You gotta use Black Panther strength. There you go. Get a move. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You're going the wrong way. That's why. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. I get it. Thank you for the effort. For whatever reason, people hate when I drink water up here. So I'm going to just do it just to piss them off. Ugh. Alright, let me get back to these comments. Damn, we got 100 people in here. Hit the like bomb for your boy, man. Hit the like bomb for your boy. Let's see. Have you ran your personal credit Also, your business credit. I don't believe I have business credit right as of yet, T Hill, but I'm working on it. Personal credit is definitely in need of improvement, but again, all that is being worked on. Definitely being worked on. We got some opportunities coming. You know what I mean? Shit. When you was picking that big check up, taking it all the way to the bank. Jay, how long you home for? I'll probably be home for another day. Let's see. Look at G. I seen JJ in the window. Another super trucker. JJ, we waving. A lease purchase forces both parties into the sale. A lease list the buyer walk away. What up, Mario? I see you. Let's see, man. You said one video that VL truck and dispatch be mean as hell. Is that true? Stern is a better word. Not mean, but stern. They here at VL, man, they're very, very, very straightforward. Um, and they bought that money. So they're not really concerned with the delivery and what they say sometimes. You know what I mean? They're not sensitive to your feelings. They don't care if they offend you. We just care about this dollar. So sometimes that comes off as harsh to the wrong person. Some people can't handle that. You know what I mean? They have to be coddled and made feel a certain way. Some people can handle it. You know what I mean? Let's see. What up, Jay? I signed for the truck at VL tomorrow. Salute. Thanks for responding to that question. No doubt. H2OJ in the building. You know it. What's good, Brandon? I see you. How was Greensboro when you stopped there a few weeks ago? I went to a very country part of it. I delivered to like a flower field or whatever. So, but I like Greensboro anyways. Um, Stay humble. Just as God give it, He will take it away. That's a big fact. Big fact. Arrow got 2016 trucks for 1,100 a month. Wow. Okay. Is that a year-round thing? Exclamation thoughts. Is that a year-round thing, or is that just a special they got? Now I know people telling me the trucks are going for a little cheaper now with everything going on, but they're gonna go back up. If when I make a move, it definitely ain't gonna be this year. I'm not even though I see that trucks are down. It just for me to do anything in 2020 would just be rushing. I'm gonna just keep it a buck, and I care too much about my long-term success to rush into anything. You know what I mean? And that's the other benefit of this lease purchase for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I can take my time to go to the next level. You know what I mean? I always say it. It's levels of trucking. I'm cool with being on this level for right now. You know what I mean? It's doing me good. You know what I mean? Do I plan on elevate? Of course. If you ain't getting better, you getting worse. You know what I mean? So, but it's just all about. Before I would always rush and move and rush and move and especially when I was following behind other people's footsteps. Even if I wasn't comfortable with something, I would still do it based off of someone else telling me this, and this. But with this situation, man, I'm just taking my time and I will move to the next level when it's best for that time. You know what I mean? That's the best way I could put that. I take that truck anywhere. Word. Jay, when you think the virus gonna end? I don't know, man. A lot of people be saying the virus gonna be over after the election, but I don't really know, man. To me, honestly, shit seems like it's back normal. I mean, it's a couple of states that I've gone through where I walk in the store without a mask and they don't say shit. So, I mean, everything is damn near opening it back up, just at half capacity. I mean, the only thing that's really still not open is big functions. You know what I mean? Like, movies and sporting events and shit like that. But everything else is open. So, I mean, to me, it's like, is it really, you know what I mean? Oh, you got pits. It'd be so funny when apartment complexes tell you can't have pit bulls, and then you see every neighbor down the block got a pit bull. Don't you worry. Say less. Tell me I can't get a pit. They will not sugarcoat what they say to you. But remember, it's your money as much as it's theirs. That's a fact. It seems like people stopped talking about it after the protests. Yeah. So let me get back to these questions. Where do you park your truck and trailer on home time? Oh, that's a yeah. It ain't really. That ain't for y'all. How long you have to run before home time? You can run as long as you want. You can run as long as you want here at VL Trucking. If you want to come out here and run and be home every 2 weeks, you can do that. If you want to be home every weekend, you can do it. But you know, it's just when you have a dispatcher. The thing about it is when you have a dispatcher, whether you want to admit it or not, that dispatcher has a good portion of control on your business. You know, really, that dispatcher is running your truck because he's finding the freight. He or she is finding the freight. Um, so a lot of the dispatchers here at VL are going to tell you that trying to go home every weekend is not a good idea. And you can ignore them, but you got to understand that if you beef with your dispatcher or if you know what I mean, it's just I feel like it'll create a situation where you're not gonna make the most profit to the truck. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion, because again, as long as you have a dispatcher, you have to somewhat at I ain't gonna say your boss, but more or less, you know what I mean. So how long you run is definitely up to you, but I would recommend at least 2 weeks out. 2 weeks out because the dispatchers want you to make bread because they get a percentage off what you make. So at least if you run 2 weeks out, they can see you somewhere out to Cali or somewhere along and then bounce you around your crib. I think that's the best way to maximize money um, here. That's my opinion. That's what's been working for me so far. But you may want to come out here and be out here for 8 weeks. I ain't doing that shit. You know what I mean? Them days is over. I did that dumb shit at a mega carrier listening to somebody else. I'll never do that stupid shit again. Let's see. Do you have no, next question. Do you have a dispatcher or you pick up your own loads? Definitely have a dispatcher. Dispatcher deals with the brokers, the customers. All I do is drive. I'm pretty much a glorified company driver. Ain't that what they say? So the dispatcher does a lot of the office side, booking the loads and all that. All we see is the rate cards they send us. They say, hey, I got this load from Norfolk going up to Milwaukee. Weighs this amount of weight and it's paying this, including deadhead. It's about 250 a mile. What you think? And I'll say, send me the rate card. And he'll send me the rate card. I'll be like, all right, let's go. And he'll book it. And I'll go pick it up. And that's how I go. Because of the relationship that me and my dispatcher have, sometimes if he know that I'm not, if he knows it's a great load, like anything over 260 a mile, he just automatically gonna book that shit and just send it to me because he know, unless I'm trying to go home, I'm running that shit. You know what I mean? But if I'm trying to go home, or if some shit like that, then he'll hit me up like, hey man, I know you want to go home on this date, but I can make you a little bit more money if you go home like a day or two later. That's kind of what happened with this last load when I came home out of Illinois. Load paid like $2,500, and everything else was paying like 1900. But this load didn't get me home until then this Saturday night. So, and we had to talk about it. He was like, yo, and I ended up just doing this shit, you know what I mean? Made a little bit more money on the back end. So, let's see. What kind of trucks do they have? Don't really like the freight shakers, uncomfortable ride. The road is rough, feel like a human bobblehead. Well, that's all they have here. They have Freightliners and they have Volvos as far as their lease is concerned. Now you can bring on whatever truck, you know what I mean? Again, they take on owner operators and whatnot. So But as far as what they offer, Freightliners and Volvos. And I don't really have an issue with my Freightliner, man. Some people don't like Freightliners. I love them. Can't beat the dependability. Let me go back to the comments. What's going on, Chuckle Big Homie? Seems like you're doing real good and happy where you at. Keep it up, brother. Appreciate that. A special now might be to the end of the year. Okay, word. Appreciate that exclamation thoughts. Let me go back and look at that shit again. Arrow got 2016 trucks. How much they want down for that joint? Exclamation. How much they want down for that joint? That's coded. Here you go. What happened? Wi-Fi weak, big bro. You gotta get that. Oh, y'all can't see me? So my Wi-Fi weak. How much load weight do you usually carry? It depends. Sometimes it be. I mean, I say on average between probably 25 and 35,000 pounds. Between 25 and 35,000 pounds on average. Nothing too crazy. Does VL favor the drivers that stay out longer? It don't matter. You know what I mean? Again, they getting paid percentage, commission, whatever you want to call it. So they gonna run you regardless. Like that's the thing I like. Even if they don't agree with, particularly how you want to run that week, because they all, how it is, man. They just when you tell them you want to go home, you can hear that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You can hear them like, oh damn, you want to go home, but they always gonna make you the most productive money. I say that. If like, they always gonna try to find not so much the highest paying load, but the load that's gonna set you up to make the most money. Because you can get a $5,000 load that's going to a dead zone, or you can get a $3,000 load that's gonna set you up to make another 8,000 after that. You know what I mean? So they do pretty well with where they send you, and it really don't matter. You know what I mean? As long as you give them enough time, like, okay, hey, I want to be home in 3 weeks, or I want to be home in a week and a half, whatever, and give them time to actually plan shit out, pre-book shit, you do just fine. Well, no matter how long you stay out. Let's see. I got $3 a mile yesterday. 375 miles, 1,200. He booked it for me, and I ran at the delivery now. Then home time after 4.5 weeks. You getting money, fire starter? Where are you, homie? I'm at the crib. Nah, you good? Okay. I'm always heavy. 45,000. Damn. I'm some heavy ass. What you pulling? Paper rolls or beer? Good gracious. Or mail? Yeah, you getting bread. Let me get back to these questions. Where I left off at. Truck payment. Oh, I skipped one. Contract or walk away lease. I guess this is the big deal. At least that's what I saw on HT Logistics live feed. I think that people were not stressing the $5,000 walk away. So basically, here's the thing. Some people say that because you have to pay $5,000 to walk away, that it's not considered a walk away. I don't know, man. I guess it's all in the terminology. But here's the deal. Yes, if you decide that a year from your lease or 6 months or whatever, that you no longer want to continue to lease the truck, yes, you will pay $5,000 to return the truck back to them and you walk away. Now, granted, some people think, oh, what's 5,000? Again, you gotta remember, you ain't put no money down. That's number one. You ain't put no money down. Number two, that 5,000, if you choose to stay at VL Trucking, which is allegedly a plan that I have, you can just work that out in installments. You know what I mean? Like break it up or whatever. At least that's what I plan, maybe or maybe not to do. Um, so, but in my opinion, if you lease for at least 6 months, you're not gonna be thinking about that $5,000. I feel like it. You know what I mean? Some people may feel like they will. To me, even the money I've already made, I've only been leasing for 2.5 months. I've already made 31 grand. You know what I mean? So that 5,000 to me, I've already made that 6 times over. You know what I'm saying? That's not the flex, but it's just to put it all in perspective. Like it's business. I didn't have to put no money down. I didn't have to invest nothing into this, and I just started making money. And it's gonna continue to make me money until I choose to level up. And then at that time, I just don't think it'd be that big of an issue to where it's like, oh, you know, he paid 5,000. Yeah, but look what I got for that 5,000. For that 5,000, I've come to this company. I've established relationships. I got leverage, and for those who don't know what leverage is, Google it. All leverage is using one thing to do something better. You feel what I'm saying? So, hindsight 2020. When I look back 5 years from now, that 5,000 would be so minuscule and what I mean, not a big deal to me because it allowed me to be in a position to put myself where I potentially see myself being. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. Other people may look at it a different way. Hey man, that's on y'all. They talk bad on your reputation, Jay. So what's the longest you've been with a company? As long as I've been with a company, it's probably about like 9 months, 8, 9 months without MBI consecutively. I just tapped in. What's up? What up, Buddha Block? I see you. 7,500 in New Jersey. Oh wow. So the next question. What kind of truck? I already read that. Oh, can I use my current medical card? Yes. Yes, you should be able to use your current medical card. I think unless it's like less than 90 days. Um, but I'm not sure on that. But mine don't expire until like March or some shit. So, um, yes, you should be able to use your own medical card, no problem. Do I need an LLC or business license since it's 1099 or take the income and pay the taxes on the back end? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You need to talk to a CPA. Like, I'm not even gonna try to give out any information or advice when it comes to how you should operate your business, expenses and profits, and things like that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. So I would highly recommend anybody who's not familiar with the business side of doing things. You've never been on a 1099. You've never been a contractor. Reach out to a CPA or somebody who is familiar with that, with all that terminology and all that game, and educate yourselves. It's 2020, man. The information is out there. All you got to do is find it. You got YouTube. You got Google. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not hard to learn, but I'm not gonna come up here and just not gonna do it. You know what I mean? I'm not. No, I'm just not. So that's some information you gotta get on your own. Didn't mean to ask too many. Okay, so shout out to this person that sent me this email. Um, okay, yeah, that was an email I got from somebody who um who wanted to know all those questions about VL trucking. I think there was some very good questions asked in that. I think that there was some questions in there that, in my personal opinion, no disrespect to that person, but they definitely, I think need to educate themselves on business a little more before signing up for that lease, because it's just some things that you got to know. You have to get into this lease or any lease with a plan. You can't just be doing it just to wing it, just to make more money. It's just that's not a productive thing to do. You're spending too much money and too much time in something like this to just be doing it just to be doing it. Stay a company's route, for real. Um, that's my opinion. But what do I know, man? I'm just a follower. You know what I mean? I'm just a follower who needs validation from strangers. You feel me? So, what do I know? They need self-driving forklifts before self-driving trucks. That's an interesting theory. But yeah, so that's all I really wanted to do, man. I just wanted to come up here and read off some questions that I got via email. And again, man, I honestly do feel like that the lease purchase here at VL Trucking is a great opportunity. I'm not gonna sell it to nobody. I'm just not. You know what I mean? If you want to come get some money, come get some money. If you don't, then there are other ways in doing things. It's just not a bad way in doing it. You know what I mean? It's just one of many options available to us in trucking. You know what I mean? That's all it's about. Finding the option that works best for you. Finding an option that works best for you, man. So besides that, that's all I really wanted to address, man. I could have came up here and talked about some other things, but I think I'll chill. You know what I mean? It ain't even. It's no point. You know what I mean? It's at the end of the day. Yeah, at some point you just got to be different. You got to change. You know what I mean? Um, it's with I feel like I've said everything that I need to say in regards to certain shit. You know, um, I don't have anything else left to prove to anybody about anything. I know my truth. I know what the truth is, and I can stand on that. You feel me? The one thing I will say is that when it came to that situation, me personally, I came up here and I talked specifically about that situation. I gave you guys the details about the deal. I gave you guys specifics. You know what I mean? Whereas I felt that other people tried to generalize it, to veer away from the fact that it was a fucked up deal. You understand what I'm saying? So, um, it's cool now. You know, my past will be used against me. So, once they go to the past, once they go to what you've done, then it's kind of like, oh, okay, what we doing? You know what I mean? Oh, this what we doing? We going off of some shit that's happened 2 years ago, 3 years ago. All right, man, that's cool. We're just gonna move forward, yeah. You know what I mean? So let's see. I guess Nigeria has them. All right, see you later, Jay. Money aside, which lane in trucking did you enjoy the most? Dry van, tanker, port, or reefer? Um, Money aside, which trucking lane did you enjoy? I don't know. I think dry van because of how quick the unloads are. Um, yeah, very quick unloads and loads. So why you won't send Drew the settlements? I sent Chase and Andrew Jackson. I posted my last settlement, right? And on my last settlement, it has the year to date. Now everyone knows that I just started this lease like 2 months ago. So clearly, if you look on that settlement, you will see my year to date is 31,000. So at that point, it's simple math. You take 31,000 and you divide it by 10, 11, 9, whatever. And that's what I've averaged since I've been in this lease. If you aren't intelligent enough to put that together, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I just don't, like, you feel me? I posted that and I see people over there saying that they think it's fabricated, and it's just like, okay, I'm not in that zone where I gotta prove shit to nobody. Posting that shit was a courtesy because I didn't want to post that. You know what I mean? And my nigga told me not to post it, but I posted it anyways. But it's in trucking, man. It's just some people they'll never believe it. You can show them the sky's blue, they still gonna say it's green. You know what I mean? So what I posted is all I'm gonna post. I got nothing else to prove to nobody. That's just where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? So believe me or you don't, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So uh, You have nothing to prove to no one. Show yourself strong, stay solid and consistent, and keep grinding. Facts. What y'all beefing about? Lease versus owner out. At the end of the day, all y'all the same, moving someone else. Contract the freight. Hey, look, Buddha Black, I ain't got no beef. Hey, look, they be talking about me. You feel me? Like, all I do is I come on YouTube, I talk about myself. Look, it's 80 people in here. It's 80 people in here. I'm talking about my situation. I ain't talking about nobody else's. When you go on these other people's YouTube, what they talking about? VL trucking. Look at how many videos. Think about like 3 months ago. How many videos was you seeing about VL trucking, right? How many besides Skim D? I came to VL trucking. I've been here 3 months now. Now it's like every other day somebody throwing up a video talking about my situation here at VL trucking, and I ain't mad at it. Ain't no such thing as bad publicity. You know what I mean? Y'all get me referrals, so I sure appreciate y'all. Cause y'all trying to sell it as like it's some bullshit, but people coming and seeing it is actually a legit shit, and they put my name down. So I might even need to send y'all some money. You feel me? But they talk about me, so I mean, hey, I don't know what to tell them. VL trucking take out permits, insurance, ELD, or police officers. Yes. Basically, what happens is VL trucking takes out a percentage of your gross. So if your truck grosses $6,000, they're taking 20% of that. If you're driving, 22% of that if you're a refrigerator driver, and then you take the rest. But in that 20 or 22%, that's everything. That's your bobtail insurance, trailer insurance, if all the if the only thing you pay additional on top of that is your truck payment, which is $4.99, fuel, which they provide you with a fuel card, and any tolls that you may encounter. But if you know what you're doing, you're trying to avoid them at all costs. Unless you got to go up in like Chicago or Indiana, really it's hard to avoid that shit. But you know, I try to stay off the PA Turnpike at all possible. That shit be running like $600-700 to get on that shit. So, but yeah, everything comes out of that 20% or that 22%, with the exception of fuel, the truck payment, and tolls. What's the best starting company? Prime. I'm at VL, posted my statement over 5 grand. People still don't believe it. Hey man, they just not. Some people just they're stubborn in their beliefs, man. They just believe in one thing, and they don't know how to accept anything besides what they believe in, and that's cool, man. You know what I mean? Like it's too much money out here to try to convince people on anything. You gotta let them do what they gonna do. The money will find them or it won't. But you gotta stay focused on what you're doing. And as long as if you hear you making what you making, then keep grinding, bro. Let them keep doubting you. Let's see. Let's see. Um, does it bother your family that so many people make videos about you? Does it ever hit home, or do they just view it as whatever? Nah, I've definitely had to have a conversation with some family members and friends about some of the people who may speak a little aggressively on the internet. And I just gotta let them know, man. Like them guys is harmless. You know, they not gonna do nothing. It's all just for show. You know. But I do have some older school family members that be like, yo, that's just we don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you talk like that around here. Somebody coming to knock on your door to have a conversation with you. But definitely in the beginning, when I very first started doing this shit like 5 years ago, it was definitely an adjustment for a lot of people. Big adjustment. That's why I kind of separated everyone off of my Facebook, because some of it started to trickle over on my Facebook, and Facebook is where majority of my older family is. So they would just be looking at shit like, and I would be getting calls and messages like, "Yo, who is this?" And I just had to tell them like, "Yo, don't pay that no mind." So that's why I got rid of all my trucker friends on Facebook and left them on Instagram, because I don't even want to. Sometimes you got to separate different parts of your life to keep it from getting messy. Obviously. see, chasing edge, you better stop playing with that lady. She gonna blow VL trucking up, looking for that nigga. Fuck shit up for everybody. He's stupid. Yo, big money, what's the vibe? Ain't nothing, man. We just chilling. I got one more day left, and I'm hitting the road, baby. Hitting the road. I'll probably get a load going straight to Cali. A load going straight to Cali. You already know what time it is. How you feel about Dollar General account? I don't touch no boxes. You at the crib chilling, my guy. You see me? You know what I mean? We are. Let me see if I can flip the camera around. You know what I mean? Just chilling, man. You know, out here in the woods, chilling, 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 enjoying life. You know how it is. Woke up, didn't have to go to work. Babe. I'm coming over next year. Okay, I'll see you there. I'll be there. I'll be there. So, yeah, how many people we got here? Still 77. That's what's up. Do you know if VL will hire someone with a criminal record? Yeah, actually, I talked to the recruiting last week about that. VL Trucking actually hires felons. It's just on a case by case basis. So, I would definitely reach out and just be honest with them, tell them your situation, and 9 times out of 10 they work. Like I say, man, these Eastern Europeans, man, all they care about is money. That's it. They don't care about none of this other bullshit. They just care about money. So as long as you gonna get in the truck and run and make money, they don't care about none of that extra shit. You know what I mean? This ain't no mega carrier where everything gotta be every I dotted, every T crossed. Nah. They gonna as long as you got them your heart beating, they'll put you in the truck and let you make money. Period. So what does joint say? All I run is Florida. Me and you don't get along, but love the confidence in boys, grown man shit. Salute. Hey, Big Knock, it ain't, hey, man. Whatever happened, happened. It's, you know what I mean? It ain't, it's internet shit, man. I mean, ain't nobody done disrespected nobody family. Ain't nobody done, you know what I mean, stop nobody from getting no money. So it is what it is, you know what I mean? I ain't got no issues with nobody. Yeah, you feel me? I ain't got no issues with nobody. So, despite what people may think. How long you been home? I got home Saturday night. Yeah, I got home Saturday night. Saturday afternoon, and I'm leaving out on Thursday. Probably leave out for like 2 weeks, 2.5 maybe, and then I'll be back. I'm gonna stick with that schedule I was telling y'all about. Out 2.5 weeks, come home for like 3-4 days, and then go back out, and just try to do that probably for the duration of really the rest of the year. And in January, I'll probably take off like 2 or 3 weeks for my baby. Once he's born, we get him back home. I'll probably head back out. And January, it's a lot going on in January, man. It's a lot. I may be bringing on. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people that's on my Instagram. If you ain't on my Instagram, man, you be missing out on hidden content. You know what I mean? I be talking about shit on my Instagram that will never see the light of day on YouTube. And what I'm starting to do now on my Instagram is I'm doing more interaction with my followers and subscribers. So if you want to talk with me on the live feed or on Instagram, you need to go on over there, follow that joint trucker named Jay on my Instagram, man. Chop it up with me. We just be kicking it. So what they say? VL have new trucks. Nah. Most of the trucks VL have is like not brand new, but they're newer than 2017. Like my truck is a 2017 Freightliner. Um, but they're like all the trucks they have now is somewhere in that range. Came from Martin Transport. I did the quote unquote Carfax on it, and it came from Martin Transport through Truck Country, and they're like 2017s or newer. You know, I would have loved to gotten a 2018, but you got to get in what you got to get in. You feel me? How long you been? How long you read that? Has church aided in your overall growth over the years? Were you brought up in the church, or was it? Oh no, I've definitely been brought up in the church. I may not have always gone like I should have, but it's definitely embedded in, I guess you could say, my principles and shit. You know what I mean? Um, I'm not like holy roly like but I definitely understand that everything I have is because I've been blessed. You know what I mean? That's a fact. So, it definitely has helped in my development and keeping me humble and keeping me appreciative of the blessings that I'm getting because I know this shit could be gone tomorrow. I could go out here and roll my truck tomorrow, or who knows? So every day I get to wake up and like we just moved into this new apartment. I don't take shit like that for granted. It's a blessing. I'm in a nice neighborhood, chilling, sitting on my patio on a Tuesday. You know what I mean? Just chilling. I don't take shit like that for granted. It's a blessing. So 100% church is a major reason of why I am the way I am in my development. You know what I mean? You got to believe in something, man. Got to, in my opinion. You can't just be walking around here just thinking you're just going to die and that's it. That's a scary way to think, in my opinion. Let's see. That Instagram live was dope. Yeah, for sure, bro. Tell them. Tell them, man, hit that Instagram, man. We be getting it live in there. We be really talking. Hit me up on Instagram. Okay. Send me the link. Send me your whatever your joint is, or just hit me up. Do you know where you're going on your first trip out Thursday? Nah, not yet. I'm liking the new hours of service. Yeah, I seen that they changed the joint where you can split your 10-hour break and you can do your 30-minute break on duty. I guess I'm gonna see how that changes when I go back out on Thursday. I'll see what happens and how that affects me. I'm thinking about coming to VL. Should I start as a company or go straight lease? Definitely go company. Go company, man. You talking about going to start a business. You don't even know the situation in VL. You got to learn the lanes. You got to learn, you might not like your dispatch. You might not like your truck. You know, that money ain't going nowhere, man. Take your time. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to go over there, you rush, you hop in the truck, and then 2 weeks, something happened, and now you looking stuck. You know what I mean? So get over there, learn the lanes first, learn your dispatcher, learn the freight, you know what I'm saying? And then make the decision. But don't rush, man. Definitely don't rush. Go with a plan. Plan it out. Sit down and write some shit down. Let's see. Jay, you gonna get a Hellcat like your homeboy did? Nah, not at all. Is the reefer lease a little better than the dry? Only by like a couple $100 from what I've seen. Um, but not a huge difference as to, you know, it's like, oh, you gotta get a reefer, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think it's that big of a difference. Here at VL, now, when you talk about people with their own authorities and, customer freight, then that's when, that's a little different. But as far as within the confines of VL trucking, I don't see a huge difference in it to where it's like, oh, you got to get a reefer. You're not gonna make no money just driving. 30-minute break after 8 hours driving. Clutch, yeah. VL do flatbed. Do they? Nah, they don't do flatbed. They definitely don't do flatbed. Does the year of my truck matter to come there? I got a 2000. I don't believe it does, but I've never asked. That's a really good question because I know some authorities or carriers they want you to have a such and such year and newer, but I would imagine that it doesn't make a difference. Actually, I just seen recently where VL is looking to hire local drivers like Monday through Friday. So I don't know, what people are looking to run. If you based out of the Plains, Illinois, or Chicago, or anywhere in that area, and you're looking to be home every day, I see where they posted they have a local position now open. So, but no, I don't think that it is any restrictions on the year truck you can have, to my knowledge. I would definitely call and ask them. Don't hurt to call them. And you can call them and ask them anything. They'll answer it for you. Does the year the refund VL just puts you in a better position on a weekly basis? Yeah, indeed. How much you pay for the Ford big body? You talking about my Grand Marquis? Grand Marquis? You're not supposed to pronounce the S. I paid 4,600 for it. Bought it from a dealership. I'm headed to Chicago to start my lease after 2 months of being company side. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, Diesel. That's why I asked on 40 miles from Chicago. Yeah, yeah, definitely. What was that? Devin 32. Yeah, I would definitely hit him up then, bro, because you might be able to. I'm not. I can't remember if that local position was open to an owner operator as well, or was that strictly for company? But I would definitely look into it. I mean, even if you can't get that like specific local position, but you living that close to them, you probably can just run like Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, and probably then do well. Wisconsin, there's a lot of freight in that area. I be coming in there and I have freight booked before I even get unloaded. Like it'd be no wait. It's almost like some mega carrier shit. Like when you pre-booked and it's waiting on you. So you should have no problem making bread in that area. Let's see. Let's see. When you gonna get the 26s, man? I ain't doing nothing to this car. I ain't doing nothing to this car. This car gonna stay. I might put some 10 on it. That's it. That shit gonna stay just like it look. What up, Carolina kid? I see you. Yes, I had to fly to what did I say? I had to fly to orientation. Luckily for me, VL did pay for my plane ticket out there. I upgraded my shit to first class though, because I just wanted the bigger seats, big dude. But from my understanding, it's case by case now, but you pretty much got to book your own flight out there because they had a lot of people that were reneged. Like they would do the paperwork, say they was coming to orientation, VL trucking would buy the plane ticket. Once you buy a plane ticket, it's damn near impossible to get your money back. Um, and they would book the ticket and motherfuckers weren't showing up. So they did away with paying for people tickets because I can imagine that shit getting expensive. So now you do have to, pay your own way. Or you can make an arrangement where they'll pay for your ticket and they just take it out of your first settlement. You know what I mean? Which you ain't gonna miss it. Company driver, you ain't gonna miss it because as soon as you get there for orientation, you may be there for a day and they gonna have a load on you and you gonna be down the road making money already. So if you fly in on a Tuesday and you get everything done, you leave out on Wednesday, you just started a brand new pay period because the pay period ends Tuesday at noon. So you'll be just fine. You ain't gonna miss that plane ticket money. How often do you have dropping hooks at VL? I've never had a dropping hook here. Never. You know what I'm saying? It's all live load and live unload. I've never had a dropping hook. Yeah, I work with Gold Coast Logistics. I bring home 3,000 or 5,000 a week. Some people say Gold Coast is trash. I've never heard of it to be honest with you, but that sounds like some good money. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you making, I sit my ass right there. You say you taking it home, so that means after expenses, that's a great deal of money. It's a great deal of money right there. So, yeah, man, like I say, I've already been up here an hour. I'm finna get up off here, man. I just wanted to come up here, answer the questions on the email that I got, as well as whatever questions I had in the comments. I might go live again tomorrow. I don't know, depending on what I'm doing. Tomorrow I'll probably clean up my truck before I head out. Get ready to get back on the road, get back to the money, man. You already know, money never stop. Gotta keep getting it. Can't get complacent. Just because we doing shit we've never done before don't mean we stop. We just gotta keep going. So, but you already know what it is. As always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking. You know me, I'm gonna be over here in my own lane doing my own thing. I'm gone.